Hello, everyone. So it is February 17th, 2026. In about 3.5, 4 hours, I will be heading over to the funeral parlor because obviously, like I said, my grandma died on Thursday. Grandma died Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was the whole situation of determining everything that needed to happen, as well as getting paperwork done, all of that stuff. I'm not privy to all of that, but what I know is that funeral homes can't always be eating immediately, so the funeral was scheduled for today with the burial tomorrow. So over the next 48 hours, I will be handling that. Thursday morning, my day actually started by getting this cut right here. If you can see it, it's a real nasty cut. I was shaving, and I got a really nasty cut. And I was just like, okay, Thursday's going to be a day. It'll be okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. But everything's fine. Took me a while to stop bleeding, but I did eventually stop bleeding, which is great, because when you stop bleeding, you stop bleeding. And you can go about your day. What about my day? Over the course of Thursday, I was thinking about some stuff, and I had been thinking about this. So I am getting breast augmentation, which just means getting bigger breasts, as part of the transition process. It is being covered by insurance. Insurance will cover everything from the hospital stay to the actual surgery to the anesthesia, because thankfully I live in New York and they're legally required to. What insurance will not cover is the expenses of the actual, because I have to go to another city, which is just Rochester. They will not cover the gas or anything like that. They won't cover the hotel that I'll probably have to stay in for 2 to 3 days or anything like that, or any of my other expenses that I'll incur during recovery, other than those related directly to medical care. So I created a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe, I'm going to link in my bio later today so that you can have it. I'm still fully setting it up. I have a very lofty goal of $8,000, but even if I can raise about $2,000 to $3,000, I think that that'll be enough to help me cover through things like that. Additionally, I will continue to be doing cameos. I will have to shut cameos off for a little bit of time during the time when I'm actually getting the procedure. The plan right now, so I went for my first consultation where I learned what the actual surgery is, learned that there's a few things I have to do because there's a few things that insurance wants because they're better, certain type of implants. I learned that there's a certain type of surgery I can have that the doctor highly recommended, so I'm going with what the doctor recommended, and that is allowing me to do some really cool stuff and make it look better. No additional cost to me. I believe he said it might take an extra 15 to 45 minutes in the actual surgery, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Other things I need to do in relation to this. I need to go to the surgeon again with multiple different things that I wear. We're going to take pictures. We're going to do all sorts of stuff to figure out, make sure I like what they look like, do some sizing stuff, double check things, and then during that time, I also see the anesthesiologist or an anesthesiologist who will do some heart workup. He'll do some blood work. He'll go through my medical history. Hey, have you ever had any reactions to anesthesia? Technically, the answer to that is yes. When I was 6 years old in first grade, I was not explained what was happening well enough. The mask went on my face and I kicked the anesthesiologist in the face. That was a fear response. So I'll explain that to him, be like, hey, listen, this is what's going on. We might need to do this, that, and the other thing. Which is going to be great. And I absolutely love that because it'll allow me to go through everything that we need to do with everything. Which is great because it allows me to go ahead and do all of the things I need to do. Now, that does mean going to Rochester for an additional day. What I'm trying to do, I'm actually a panelist at TorahCon this year. What I'm trying to do is go to TorahCon. I already purchased my ticket. It was $45. It's Friday, Saturday. It's Saturday, Sunday. I can pick up my badge Friday night. What I want to do is either take the train or drive out there Friday and then take the train or drive back home on Monday or Sunday or Monday night after TorahCon, probably Monday, just because of the timing. And with that, it'll allow me to do a whole bunch of cool things. The hotel for that is $200 for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the train is $50 each way, which is $300. That's 100 cameos in the next month. I can do that. And I want to say thank you all for your support and everything. I think that's going to be a great thing for us because it'll allow us to do really cool things that'll happen with everything. And due to that, I'm very, very grateful. I'm also very, very grateful that I live in a state that allows me to do these things because it will ensure that I am able to go ahead and have the things that I need to do done, and everything's going to be great. Now, additionally, technically I'm in what's supposed to be my final semester of my master's degree. However, what I may do is I may withdraw from 2 courses and take 2 summer session courses to graduate then. I have to talk to my advisor about the situation, as well as financial aid, just to see what the situation would be. Which is great. Thank you all, and I really appreciate you.